Zest for Life, aka Fresh Mark Scents, staying free from trends and fresher than most. Because we are all about the capsule collection, and today I'll be talking about body sprays. Now, you may think body sprays, well, I've tried them with the deodorant style ones or the cheaper ones, or maybe some designer brands that smell like deodorant but don't really smell like perfume. But what about niche or niche quality body sprays or something that would be of a higher quality? So, designer, we are going to be talking about the brand of, wait, check out the delivery, Tom Ford. So, I don't know if you can see that, but we will be doing a different body spray every day, and I'll be comparing it to the original and seeing, is it worth it? Does it last? Um, is it going to give me spray marks on my clothes, which is a big one. I'll be wearing a different t-shirt for that, a little bit cheaper maybe. Um, and we'll be checking out, see how long does it last in comparison. So how long does it last? Does it smell the same? Does it make marks on clothes? And finally, is it worth it? Like, does it spray so much that it's not worth it and it doesn't last that long? So let's get straight into it. The first one that I'm going to be talking about is something that a fragrance that I've always loved. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid. Now that is a perfume that I'm well acquainted with. I have a bottle myself, and this is one of my perfumes for life because I always have bottles spare. I'm not trying to brag or anything, it's just one of those perfumes that I know it's like the stock market, goes up and down in price ridiculously. At some points, it's £160 for 100 milliliters, and at other points, it's 101, 112 with £10 cashback last time I checked. Quickly checked before I went online. So it could be £100 for 100 mil, and this is £40 for 150 mil. But what do you get? Okay, eau de parfum you can spray on clothes, which is a massive advantage without getting stains. Now, with body sprays, only the high quality ones that contain more perfume oils than aluminium salts and all that. The aluminium salts and the cheap deodorizing chemicals that usually come with body sprays, that is what's going to stain your clothes. And to my knowledge, I have actually tried the ombre leather, which I actually have over here, the ombre leather Tom Ford ombre leather body spray, and I've tried that on my clothes, and it hasn't actually made an effect. And I even tried it on my leather jacket, which was very risky. I wouldn't recommend that for you actually, because the actual salts could cling onto the wax. So I wiped it off, and I was very delicate, but I was just lucky. I was lucky, really. Don't spray it on your leather jacket, but you can spray it on clothes. I'd recommend if you're wearing a dark t-shirt, just in case there's white marks, and putting it in a lighter area or closer to the armpit, somewhere that's not really going to show, and just test it in an area that wouldn't show first, just to make sure. But to my knowledge, the ombre leather, it doesn't spray on the clothes. I am going to spray a little bit on this t-shirt just for you guys. So the first question is, does it smell the same? Now, I have tried this for a whole day, including the night. So on the way back from sports, very fresh. It definitely smells like Tom Ford Black Orchid. It has the scent profile. It does project, because when I was on the way back, I noticed people sort of turn around and go, something smells nice, or it's in the atmosphere, it's something's in the atmosphere that's sweet and sensual. It's nice. It's got that truffle note. It has the dark chocolate. It has the buttery ylang-ylang with iris, which creates that DNA, and that slight leather note mixed with castoreum. So it's quite an old school. It's a mix of the old school leather with truffle and florals and buttery ylang-ylang. So it definitely has the same DNA. I'm gonna spray one for one because it's been quite a while actually. Just get saturated. Okay. On second inspection, this is a murkier version and this is a high definition version where you can smell the perfume oil concentration, and it is slightly sweeter, it has more sparkle, but all of these notes have the same characteristic, but they're sort of toned down, almost more of a blur than a clear separation of notes. With this, the layers of the chocolate truffle, the truffle note, are more apparent, mixing with chocolate, with patchouli, with the woodiness of sweet patchouli. Whereas this has the sweetness of patchouli, but not a clear, resounding woody note. It's a woody note, but it's not textured, let's say. So it's not something that you would get hit with the one scent of black orchid all at once. Whereas with an eau de parfum, it permeates through the skin and it takes longer to dissipate through there, so you get different wafts of the different notes over time as compared to all of the scent in one go. And that's why it would smell blurry, let's say, because it's hard to catch everything in one go with one breath. So that's pretty much the difference. And I'd say, is it noticeable? To most people who aren't really scent fanatics or anything, I don't know what the scent, I don't know what scent equivalent to audiophile is, but I don't want to guess. Right, so yes, you can smell the difference between the eau de parfum and the body spray, but I don't think everyone can. I think they'll smell like one is slightly more fresh, let's say, because they there's more variety in what you're smelling. So the scents are coming at you in a more 3D way, let's say, rather than just all at once. But I don't think most people know. And if you think about the price difference between £40 and £100, well, I mean, at full price, yeah, this could be less worth it than a full bottle at £100. But if you look at the £160 price tag and you look at £40, this seems like a better option. So this is directly from Tom Ford at £40. But I wouldn't be surprised that if you were on an off day on eBay, you could probably find this for £35. Like I found Tom Ford Noir de Noir for £35, which I'm going to get back to because it is one of my favorite scents, one of the scents that inspired me to get into perfumes, and leaving that last. But if you really enjoy the scents of Tom Ford and you don't want to fork out so much for the money and you wear perfume under your t-shirt, just on your skin, wearing it for you and the enjoyment of you and the close vicinity of people, you don't really want to project it out or force your perfume onto people, then I think body spray is for you because it's a very cost-effective method, and it means finally you can actually carry your scent with you. Because I really miss the scent profile of Tom Ford Black Orchid. But how are you going to carry something that looks so dainty and elegant, you know? You're not going to carry this with you. Even I took a risk with with the Versace Eros because it was giant. It's a square, but this is much too delicate. This is a home object. This isn't something for the go. I think this is probably the rough one actually because these strings were a little bit off when I got this. They were sort of pulled the wrong way. Um, but yeah, this was the one that I actually got for free, actually from China, because there were two deliveries, and this came next day after I got my money back because they took too long, and I didn't really believe that they would actually have a Tom Ford all the way from China. But yes, so this is the free one, and yeah, it's original, and yeah, I wouldn't even take the free one with me. I wouldn't even take the free one. So I would recommend for the perfume on the go, the body spray, and for home and special occasions, if you really wanted to impress somebody, wear the eau de parfum. But if you enjoy the scent, you can save a lot of money by checking out the body spray. That's all for now. Let me know what you think in the comments section about this fragrance, and if you think body spray is a bit of a waste of money. Because some people say, wow, if I'm only getting, so I've sprayed this on my arm previously, and if I'm only getting, let's say, 6 hours longevity and 5 hours projection. So 5 hours projection, people could smell it, and on the 6th hour, it'll be close to the skin. This is 7 hours, and on the 6th hour, it's very close to the skin. So you're getting a high definition version for 1 hour longer of projection. But how many hours do you really need to impress somebody or be at your best? You're only really preparing for those few moments of the day when you meet somebody or go, whatever, or you have an event, but you're not really going to be expected to have the same energy level for 2 hours. So it's great to have a perfume for 2, 3, 4 hours and then change the perfume, just like Tom Ford himself said, actually, in this little snippet. I remember he said fragrance should be changed every 5 to 6 hours because you don't want to smell the same all day. So check out the body spray. It's a very handy size as well. I don't actually get paid for any of these. I just review perfumes that I enjoy and things that I'd recommend to you because they improve my life. So stay free. Don't let anybody change who you are, and stay fresh always, because every single moment there is a scent for that. There's a scent for every single one. Oh, and because I promised you, I'm going to sacrifice my t-shirt. Ah, my favorite t-shirt. Okay, it just goes dark. Yeah, it just goes dark like it's wet. But the real test is a few hours later if it just comes up with a white mark. Yeah, it's pretty good. So it's not recommended to wear on clothes, but because this has a nice perfume concentration, I'm not getting any stains. So check it out. Stay free and stay fresh. Pow! Don't usually show my armpit, but there are no stains right here. That is pretty amazing for a body spray. Stay fresh.